Welcome back to this chaotic ass channel of mine. I got an eyelash in my eye, and I have been trying to play that shit off, but baby, oh, do you need some privacy? Do I need to cut the camera? Something always has to happen to challenge the romance towards the end of the damn book, and I'm annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Already bad enough, y'all got a surprise baby on the way. Can we just not with the bullshit?
I need you, yeah, I really do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. All I know is hit the mall and see what damage I could do. I give you the world, but there's other planets too. And I need someone to be patient with me. Someone to get money with, not take it from me. Look, they don't even need to be as famous as me. I don't think I meet them at the places I be, but
Good morning, happy sunrise. If you're new here, go ahead and pull up a seat, babes. It's actually been a minute since I've done like a real reading vlog. I attempted a reading vlog a couple of weeks ago, and baby, that reading vlog was so chaotic, it didn't make no damn sense. Now, granted, I really don't expect this one to be any different, but hopefully it's more reading and less chaos. So as y'all know, Mother's Day is around the corner, and more than likely by the time I put this vlog out, Mother's Day would have already passed, but I am actually doing this a week before Mother's Day. I want to get into two particular books. One of them just so happens to be a series that I started last year. I read the first book in September of last year. There was a novella for this particular series that I got at the convention. What convention was that, y'all? Readers Take Denver. If you've been here for a while, if you know, you know. But you could check out both of my vlogs talking about that convention if you want the tea on that. But I did read that novella, and it was very interesting because each book is about a particular type of mother, and we know every mother that's out there is different. But all four of them are best friends, and they end up living together with all of their kids to try to make mothering a little bit easier, I guess, just creating this community, so to speak. And it was funny and also very intriguing. So I was like, I want to see what the series is about. So I ended up reading the first book. The first book was Mother Faker. And like I said, last year I read that one in September and I gave it 4 stars. It was actually really, really good. So I want to go ahead and try to give the second one a shot and see what that one is giving. I had to pull up my Goodreads, y'all. The second book is called Mother Maker, and this one is by Jenny Barra. Haven't read anything by Jenny. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, each book is written by a different author, so I thought that was pretty cool too. But I don't know who Jenny is, but I do kind of want to get into these vibes and see what's tea. The second book that I want to read has been on my TBR for the longest time. Ever since I watched the series, the book that I'm talking about is Little Fires Everywhere. I bought this book, I want to say like a year or two ago. I can't really remember when. I know the series itself had me in tears, okay? Because I just related to a lot of the things that was going on in that show. And I kind of wanted to see what the book was giving. Because y'all know this, y'all know when they do series and movies, it can sometimes be a little different from the book or a lot different from the book. So I really wanted to read the book to see what the book itself was giving. And I believe it's like 300 and something pages. Yeah, 338 pages long or whatever. I think once I finish this book, I'm going to actually go back to Hulu and rewatch the series. Because I want to say I watched that series like 3 years ago. Yeah, it had to been like 3 years ago because I don't even know if my daughter was born yet. I don't remember. My daughter's 5. I could have watched that a while ago, y'all. I don't remember it, but it was really, really good. And it really put me in my feels or whatever. So I really want to see if it's going to do the same. I really want to see now that I'm a seasoned mother, you know, my son is about to be 7. So I want to see if I'm going to be looking at the show with a different lens. So, yeah, I don't know which one I want to read first, but I don't know. I'll flip a coin. We'll see. But we're going to get into it. Hey y'all, hey. I apologize in advance, babes. I'm trapping off the iPhone. I had to come and pick up food, and y'all already know I don't like carrying my camera in the car because I don't have anything to mount it on. So this is what we got to do in the meantime, in between time. But it's actually been a couple of days, if not longer. I feel like it's been like a week and a half since I last picked up the camera for this vlog. And you know, I'm sorry y'all, life just was happening, babes. That's just the best way to put it. Life was just happening, and I don't know, I could have took that turn. Damn it, I fucked up. But yeah, life just been happening, y'all. I've been real emotional the past week. That mixed with the lack of sleep that I've been getting, I haven't really had an appetite as much either. So, you know, I'm just kind of getting myself back together, I guess. At this point, Mother's Day has already passed, y'all. I'm so sorry. I wanted to get this out the same week as Mother's Day, but honestly, it just wasn't given that, just due to everything that I had going on. But it's okay, because we're here now, and we're still going to get these books read, and we're still going to make some things happen. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, I did start the book, though. That's what matters most. I did actually start the book. I believe I'm on like page 50 or 60 something. I can't remember the chapter right now, but I'll update y'all in a little bit, because once I get back to the house, I'm going to start reading again. I can't remember what chapter I'm on, but y'all know I did read the novella that I got when I went to Reader's Take Denver, and it was about 4 different women, totally different personalities, and I think one of them, her husband died for this is not spoilers, by the way. Her husband died from cancer. The other one was getting divorced from her husband. The other one, I don't remember what happened. One of them is a man hater. Something happened with her husband. We haven't figured that out yet. I haven't read her book yet. And I can't remember what happened with the other lady's husband, or, you know, whatever, or if she was married. But either way, all 4 of them are best friends, and all 4 of them have kids. And they decided they wanted to come together to build a community or whatever, so they could be more hands-on with their children, since they don't have extra help in the community as far as like family members or, you know, the baby's fathers, ex-husbands, whatever. So they decided to move into this house together with all of their kids so they can raise their kids together. And I thought that was cool, you know. The first book actually follows Delia, I think her name is, and Beckett. Beckett is his last name. Delia was Beckett's assistant. He works for this big, it's a what do you call it? What is it called? It's a sport romance. And Beckett is the owner of whatever this team is. I can't remember the team name, but he's the owner, and he ended up falling. Well, he was pining over his assistant forever, like forever. But she never knew. He never gave it away because he's a very professional guy, but he was also like grumpy. It was giving Grumpy Sunshine type vibes. And I did enjoy that book. The one that I'm reading now, this one, it follows Courtney, which is the MMC, and also, wow, I don't remember her name right now, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive me, because I'm really and truly operating off of minimal hours of sleep, so the brain fog is real on top of baby brain. So please forgive me, y'all. I don't remember the FMC's name. The only reason I remember the MMC name is because his name is Courtney, and you don't really know men with the name Courtney, which, I mean, it's not really an issue, but it just, you know, it's significant, so it stuck out to me. But either way, Courtney now works under Beckett. He has transferred teams. Whatever team he was on, I think was New York or something like that, and he's now on this new team under Beckett. And he is smitten with the FMC at this moment in time. And I believe the first book ended off with him actually seeing her for the first time, which is why we're getting their story this time. So in this one, both of them are, they're believers in luck. The FMC is real. Do I need to go? Oh, mobile drive through. The FMC is real, like, spiritual, and she believes in, you know, all of the woo-woo things. She believes in energy. She believes in God, the universe, all those things, or whatever have you. And he is somebody that is big on luck. Like, he has these lucky socks, and he feels like if I don't have these lucky socks, I'm gonna lose this game, and, you know, things like that. So that alone makes them somewhat of a match, just because of their thought process in regards to just reality. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta scan this little mobile order thing. So anyway, her son is a menace, okay? Like, she has a teenage son, and he is a menace. He stole his lucky socks. So he shows up at their house to try to get his socks back or whatever like that. And after that, him and her, I guess they finally have an introduction, and they meet for the first time for real. The story is flowing from there. The first book kind of gave slow burn, because both of them had feelings for each other, yes, but it's nothing that happened quickly, like it happened over time. This particular book is giving more of a love at first sight. Well, I can't even say, let's say lust at first sight type of vibes. And I'm assuming there's going to be the pregnancy trope in there, because clear as day on the cover, she is pregnant. So I'm interested to see how they're going to make this storyline go, because I'm not a huge fan of the pregnancy trope, but I like it when it's done right. I love it when it's done right. Still fairly early in the book, like I said, but the chapter that I left off on, it's already getting ready to happen. I think I gotta be on like chapter 5 or 6, but they already getting ready to get down with the get down babes, you know. So it's a very insta lovey or insta lusty type of vibe. But I'm enjoying it so far. I do like the characters. I enjoy the community, the found family type things and things like that. So we're going to read a little bit more once I get to the house and once I get some food in my system. I finally slept decent for the first time last night. So I feel a little bit more rejuvenated, and I have a little bit more energy. So maybe we could try to get through about 10 chapters today and see how that goes. Hey y'all, apologize about the angle, but we still trapping off the iPhone right now. It's actually been a couple of days since I last checked in. It's been a lot going on, y'all, and my emotions are kind of like all over the place as well. I ain't really been in the mood to be hopping on no camera the way that I usually do while I'm doing these reading vlogs. But I did want to let y'all know that I am still reading. I am 57% in. I have about 4 hours left. It's currently 10 o'clock. I am actually very, very tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been a very rough day in momhood. So I don't know how far, or how long rather, that I would be able to read tonight. But I do need to pump again, and I also need to eat, and I also need to feed her again. So that at least gives me 2 additional hours to tax on to this. I really wanted to be done with this book today, honestly, so I could start the next one. That way I could get it edited and posted on the day that it's supposed to be posted. But honestly, y'all, I don't really know how that's gonna go. So I'm just doing my best. I'm doing my best, y'all. Anyway, a quick little rundown of what I've read so far. I honestly, y'all, I really actually like this series. This is very entertaining. It definitely keeps you intrigued. It has its funny moments. The found family is just to die for. I don't know, I just really enjoy the storyline as well as the characters. Now, I will say there are a lot of names in this book. Like I told y'all before, this is a family. Well, this is a friendship of 4 different women, and each woman has their own set of children, right? What is this bitch name? Jesus Christ. Dylan. And that's why it's confusing me, y'all, because I'm so used to Courtney being a girl's name and Dylan being a guy's name, so it's throwing me sometimes. But either way, this particular story follows Dylan and Courtney. And I think I already told y'all, Courtney plays baseball, and Dylan used to be would it be considered a teacher? Those that work at daycares, I don't know if they're considered teachers or just like nannies, so to speak, since they're just watching the kids while parents are at work. I'm not sure. My kids have never been in daycare, so I don't know how that works. But she used to own her own daycare or whatever, so she's really good with kids. She's the one that stays home with all the kids while the other 3 moms go and work, and while the oldest kids go to school. So she's in the house with like 7 kids by herself whenever all the other adults are gone. I also like the fact that she is very spiritual. Like, she's really big with like energy and crystals, and she's able to read people's auras and things like that. And I know stuff like that for some people, they're not into that type of stuff. But being that that's my lane, I find it very intriguing, and I kind of love how they play around with some of the spiritual aspects of life, and I'm eating it up. Her connection to Courtney is actually really, really cute. He is so smitten over her. To say this connection started off on some like, we grown and we only doing this for one night type thing. He has been smitten with her since before they crossed that bridge. And it's like after he got with her, his obsession with her has skyrocketed. And he's just so smitten with her. So as y'all know, we already discussed this. This is already on the blurb. This is a pregnancy trope in this book, and where I am now, Courtney knows about the pregnancy, and the way he's handling it is just so cute. Like, he is just all in. He's like, I don't care if we don't know each other. I don't care, that we only slept together one time. Like, I'm willing to get to know you for the sake of the kid. However you want to put me in your life, if you want to date, if you want to co-parent, like whatever it is that's comfortable for you, like I'm willing to give you that to be in my child's life. And it is so cute. Like, the way he's handling her as well as the idea of pregnancy is just everything, y'all. It's everything. I'm eating it up. But I don't want to say way too much because clearly spoilers, but I just wanted to give y'all a heads up on what's been going on as well as how far I have gotten. I actually only have like 6 more minutes in this particular chapter. I don't even know what chapter I'm on, babes, but I am on page 194. I'm on chapter 25, so I'm putting a dent in it, y'all. We getting somewhere. Hopefully I'm done with this book. I know I'm not gonna finish tonight because again, it's 10 o'clock. If it's 4 more hours, that means I will be up until when? Until like 1 something. I mean, it is doable. And I be up late nowadays anyway because of this growth spurt she's in right now. So it is doable, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow and let y'all know how far I got. And hopefully we'll be able to start the second book tomorrow or whatever days after that. All my days is running together, babes. Okay. I'm done yapping. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm trying to get mic'd up so y'all can actually hear me. So, today is somewhat of a better day, y'all. I did wake up in a better mood today. My daughter is in a better mood today. So, hopefully that remains throughout the rest of the day. But I'm about to try to put my earrings back in, y'all. I think one of my holes tried to close up, and baby, we don't need that. Yeah, I'm about ready to start putting all my jewelry back on, y'all. I had my jewelry off for a long time. Well, ever since I went to labor, because you know you swell up while you're pregnant. So, and then not to mention I had all those skin issues as well while I was pregnant. So, it's time for me to put all my damn jewelry back on. Anywho. Hello? That's Olivia or EJ? Olivia. What's up? Let me see.
Oh, can I come in?
I said, let me see. Let me see. Sit down.
Hi.
Okay, good job. That looks good. Don't be weird. Move. Here, put your pencil in your book.
Okay.
I'm charging up the laptop because that's going to be the next thing that y'all do after your break time, okay?
Okay. Can I have fun in the camera with you?
Fun in the camera? I'm not doing nothing but talking about my book. You got to be quiet.
Okay.
Anyway, let me see your face. Did you put lotion on your face this morning?
No. I washed my face, though.
I know you washed it. Go put some lotion on because your face look a little bit dry. Anyway, y'all. So, I did get a little bit further last night. I don't know what time I went to sleep because, again, I had to pump, eat, and feed Phoebe again. I made it to page 267. I fell asleep on this chapter. I have about 9 minutes left in this chapter. 77% in, y'all. So, we doing good. I only got 2 hours and 16 minutes left. Honestly, it's 11 o'clock right now, y'all. Well, about to be 12. I want to finish this today so I can start the next book. And, you know, usually you could say, oh, it's only 2 hours left. You can go ahead and knock that out. Y'all seen what I be dealing with. Y'all seen what I be doing. If you've been here for a while, you already know what be going on in my house. So, fingers crossed that I'm able to get through the rest of these 2 chapters before 3 o'clock today. And if so, then I'll be starting the next book tonight, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Still enjoying the storyline so far. Still enjoying the book. Still loving the characters. Nothing crazy has happened. I'm waiting for like that, what they call it, like that third act, or where towards where it gets closer to the end is some dumb shit that takes place throughout the characters and they be beefed out and then they end up coming back together. I'm waiting on something stupid like that to happen. I'm hoping that it doesn't because I'm really just liking the flow of the book as is, and I'm hoping that it just continues to flow just like this towards the end of the book. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't take place because for me that's going to deduct points. For me, I don't always feel like that's necessary for every romance book, but so far I really am enjoying this. It's not a 5-star for me, but I am sitting it at like a 3.5, 4 stars. 4 stars just really depending on how this ends. But right now, in between a 3.5, 4 star is where we're sitting at. So yeah, with all that being said, why? Girl, you got lotion. Oh, you gotta rub it in.
I was trying to.
You must have grabbed a lot. You like to get a lot. You don't need a lot of lotion or a lot of coconut oil. You only need a little bit. You got me rubbing you down like how they used to do us when we was younger.
Wait,
It looked like a light. Yes, I used to go to school looking like a light bulb. Let me see your face.
Wait, you went to school when you were a kid?
Yes, I did.
Wait, was it fun?
Sometimes. But I was also homeschooled like you too.
Oh.
Okay, y'all. I will holler at y'all in a little bit. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, babes, we're back. It's actually 6:50. Listen, yeah, I warned y'all, okay? I warned y'all. I wanted to be done before 3 o'clock, but such is life. However, I did get a lot further in the book. I'm on page 305, 88% in, and I only have an hour and 12 minutes left. So I'm for sure going to finish this tonight. But it is getting close to start my nighttime routine to get the kids fed and in bed. So I probably won't finish the book until after I do all of that. We'll see. But I am currently on chapter 44. And let me tell y'all, I thought we were in the clear because the way that the book was going and it was flowing, she finally met Courtney's family and they love her to pieces. You know, everything was just coming together oh so swell. And then of course, the dreaded monkey wrench, the cliche, something always has to happen to challenge the romance towards the end of the damn book. And I'm annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm annoyed. Now, I will be honest. I did see this coming when it was first brought up. I can't remember what chapter it was, but something occurred to where it was brought up, and I was like, this is going to circle back. This somewhere in this book, this is going to circle back, and I just hope that it's not 80 something percent into the book. Here we are, 88%. I'm almost done, and here we go with the bullshit. Like, oh God, I hate it. I hate it. I hate a miscommunication trope. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Now, granted, we do expect things to occur in relationships, especially in the romance book and, of course, out in the real world. But I don't know. I just get so tired of the little monkey wrenches. Like, let's just get this all the way through. It's already bad enough y'all got a surprise baby on the way. Can we just not with the bullshit? But again, that is just my opinion. Now, I am interested to see how Courtney is going to handle this situation. Now, and granted, this ain't even really his fault for real. It's not even really his fault for real. And it's not Dylan's fault for real either. But I don't want to spoil it for anybody that wants to read it. But still, I'm just interested to see how he's going to handle this situation because Courtney is just such a stand-up guy. Like the chapter 43, I was smiling and swooning. Was it chapter 43? It might have been 42, but I was smiling and swooning and I was just like, oh my gosh, he's just so amazing. He's going to be a great dad. Like he's already so protective over her. He's so loving. He's so sensitive. He's so nurturing. You know what I'm saying? He is literally whatever she needs. He is giving it to her. He's showing up for her son. He notices when she's uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like he is just stand up guy. He's a big stepper. But here we go. I called it, y'all. I just had a feeling that this was going to happen. And I'm just really annoyed. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not so annoyed that I'm going to drop my rating per se. But I guess however it flows from here will probably determine that. I'm still within the 3.5, 4-star range. But I was leaning more towards 4 stars. I mean, vroom, vroom. Just speeding in the neighborhood. I'm still leaning towards 4 stars just simply because this was a really, really cute. Okay. Anytime today. As I was saying, I'm still leaning towards the 4 stars just simply because I think this book was just really, really cute. It has its funny parts and I don't know, it's just so heartwarming. It kind of gives TV show. I don't know. But I'm really, really enjoying the read. So I guess we'll see how this goes once we get finished, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're back, babes. It's been about a day or two since I last checked in. I did finish the book, whatever night that was. I did finish it that night, and I have to say that I can't think about what the terminology is for it. Is it the third act or whatever? I don't know, whatever. But I will say it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy about that because I was ready to drop that rating, babes. But altogether, it was just a real cozy, funny, found family little read. And I have to say, I definitely did enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it. I don't remember what I rated the first book, when I read it last year during Mother's Day. I want to say it was probably a 4-star as well. Don't really recall. But of course, all of the characters are continuing to show up in all of the books. So I do love that. And we're getting to see a different perspective of the first two characters, which was Beckett and Liv, because the spotlight isn't on them this time. You know what I mean? And seeing them from a different perspective is even funnier because Beckett is just hilarious. I thought he was funny in the first book because he was just real grumpy, but he's even funnier in the second book. And Courtney is like the polar opposite in this book. He's just full of anxiety, but he's just also this ray of sunshine. So it's like a complete difference, but they work well together as far as boss and coworker or employee, if that's how you want to put it. But either way, I really did enjoy their storyline because they were so similar, but also different in different ways. But they just worked well together in the way that he showed up and stepped up to the plate and was willing to sacrifice any and everything just to be a part of the family that he created, or just to be with the girl that he claimed he wanted to be with. I ate it up. I ate it up, especially because, of course, the book identified him as this big, giant, Hulk looking man. Just to see a man that's depicted as, I guess, what we would deem as masculine in that role, but just very, very just mush for his woman. Y'all know I love that. Y'all know I'm gonna eat it up every single time. So I did have fun with this book. I'm going to go ahead and rate this book a 4. Like I said, it wasn't really given 5-star, but I did have a pretty good time with it and enough to continue the series. I actually did start the next book and it's not even the book that I'm supposed to be reading. I did start the next book the same night. I haven't gotten that far though. I think I'm only on like chapter 2. I haven't read since whatever day that was, but I am getting ready to start the next book in this particular vlog, which is Little Fires Everywhere. And y'all know this has been on my TBR for the last 2 years, and I'm finally getting ready to get into it. And I hope it's as good as the show was. I am a little bit behind schedule with this vlog, y'all. I was actually supposed to put this vlog out today, but it's just been a rough 2 weeks, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's been a rough 2 weeks, both emotionally, physically, and also mentally. So I'm doing the best that I can, okay? Hopefully this go round, I'll be able to show more live footage of me reading, like in the moment, because I really wasn't able to do that over the past 2 weeks, clearly, like I stated before. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Well, we're not about to get into it right now. It's like 6 o'clock. I still need to pump, and y'all already know it's my nightly routine with the kids and getting them together and getting my husband, situated for work or whatever have you. So I more than likely won't start this until later tonight. We'll see. But I will keep y'all updated, okay? Okay. Y'all stay by the phone. Okay, don't hang up. Y'all just on hold. I'll be right back with you. It's been a couple of days, y'all. So I did start Little Fires Everywhere, as y'all saw. And it took me a little minute to get into. I'm not gonna lie. The chapters are long as fuck. Okay. And y'all already know how I feel about a long chapter. My ADHD and long ass chapters just do not mesh. Okay. So I decided to download the Audible because the story itself is good, but trying to babes, I was struggling. And it's third person too. Let me add that. It is written in third person, which isn't a bad thing. But if you've been following me for a minute, y'all already know my ADHD in third person, it don't mesh either. Let me just show y'all how long these chapters is so y'all don't think I'm bullshitting, okay? I am currently on chapter 12, but look at how long these chapters are. Can you all see that? Is it focused? Is it focused? Do y'all see that fucking chapter that's an hour long? That thing say an hour and 5 minutes and 15 fucking seconds. For what reason does a chapter need to be that long? Let's be so fucking for real, y'all. Like, long chapters really, really, really drive me up the wall. Give me a book that has like 70 chapters in it, but the chapters are all of maybe 5, 6. I'll even take 10 minutes. That's pushing it, but I'll even take 10. But 30-minute chapters, 40 something minute chapters, hour long chapters is crazy. Like, there's no reason why I should be sitting down reading a chapter for an hour. I should have already done went through at least 5 or 6 chapters in an hour, babe. It's only 20 chapters in this book. So, I don't know. I feel like this could have been a 5-star, but that alone is like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Either way, enough talking shit, because I be talking a lot of shit lately. Anyway, I am on chapter 12. And I will say, now that I'm listening to the book as I'm reading, it's making it a lot easier to focus and get through and also enjoy. So that's a plus. Like I said, I am on chapter 12. I fell asleep in the middle of it last night. Child. Yeah, I'm on page 174. I don't even know how much longer I got. Child. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this chapter don't end until I get to 187. I'm not too far off. The chapter started on 163. But 180 something, that's too many damn pages. Okay, anyway, let's talk about what I've read thus far, okay? Because I am maybe 50% of the book. I don't fucking know at this point. But let's talk about it. Throughout the book, we're following 2 different families, okay? In particular, 2 different mothers. We have Mia Warren, and her daughter Pearl. Mia is a struggling artist, and her daughter are literally traveling all the time from state to state. I think throughout the year, they may move 2 to 3 times, which is actually insane for a child to just be constantly moving like that. You know? No sense of security at all. But Pearl kind of looks at her mother in awe most of the time. And she sees her mom's vision. She sees the beauty that her mom sees when she's looking at different things and creating these portraits and all type of things like that. And their story is a little bit different from the other family because Mia and Pearl, like I said, they struggle a little bit. Whenever they move, she does find a job, but nothing that takes away from her art. So she's still doing art more than she's actually working. They're like paycheck to paycheck, if you will. And that's all Pearl has known all her entire life. I think Pearl is 15 now, moving in art and starting different schools and things of that nature. So when they moved to Shaker Heights, I think Shaker Heights is Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, in the book. I don't know if a Shaker Heights actually exists for real, but in the book, it's Cleveland, Ohio. So when they move there, Mia decides that this is going to be their last time moving. She wants to give her daughter some sense of security, some sense of planning her roots, because Pearl hasn't really been able to live for real and enjoy life as a kid because she's always on the go, you know? So she decides that this is where they're going to lay their roots. They're going to stay here. She doesn't have to worry about moving anymore. She can get, go ahead and be comfortable with making new friends and things of that nature, right? Now, on the flip side, we have Alina Richardson. Okay. Alina is she's not a publicist. She's a journalist, I guess you could say. She writes for the newspaper that's within their city. Her husband is a lawyer. So you can already tell the dynamics of both families is completely different. They have 4 children, Lizzie, Trip, Moody, and Lexi. Big house, big money, nice cars, all the things. Okay. So 2 totally different types of families on different sides of the track, right? So Alina is who gives Mia her new property because it's a property that they own. So Mia and Pearl move in and they're paying rent to Alina, right? Now Alina has this like not God complex, but somewhat of like a savior complex. And when you're first reading it, to me personally, this is my opinion. When you're first reading it, it seems like it's coming from a genuine place, right? It seems like she just, because how she explains it, her mom has always taught her to give back. You're well off, you're very fortunate. Make sure that you're always pouring into others and you're always giving back. So in the beginning, it does seem like it's coming from a genuine place because she always rents out her duplex to people that are less fortunate, right? People that she feels like actually needs the help. So she makes sure she vets them or whatever. And if she feels like they fit her description of someone that needs help, then she'll allow them to move in, which is why she allowed Mia and Pearl to move in. But as the story is going, you're realizing that she does this because she wants some type of praise. She wants to be praised about the stuff that she's doing for others. She wants to be noticed and recognized for every little thing and appreciated for every little thing that she does, which is nothing wrong with that. Everybody should get recognition for for the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? If they're showing up, you should get recognition. You should get, your thanks and things like that, right? But in Alina's case, it's like if you do anything that goes against her or goes against the way that she has helped you in whatever capacity that is, that's a problem. You just have to as long as you stay in a bubble of gratitude, she's okay. But if you ruffle her feathers, y'all have a problem. That's kind of the energy that it gives. So to me, the stuff that she does isn't coming from a genuine place. That's just my opinion. Okay, my opinion. On the day that Mia and Pearl is moving in, Pearl meets Moody, which is Alina's 3rd child, right? And Pearl and Moody hit it off. They become like the best of friends, and he's always taking her to new places and things of that nature. And he finally takes Pearl over to meet his family, and he regrets it from the first time that he does it because soon as Pearl walks into that family dynamic, she realizes what her life is not. She realizes everybody doesn't live like her. Everybody isn't always on the go. Everybody doesn't ration food and get furniture off of the side of the street and recreate it to put it in the house and stuff like that. Like everybody doesn't do that. And from Moody's standpoint, he realizes that their family is completely different from his. It's like, okay, well, if you don't have enough, why don't your mom just get a job, or get a better job or something like that? And not realizing his mom does work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not as well off as your family is. They don't get to just do the things that your family do. It's very interesting just seeing the perspective of both children when they come into each other's lives, right? And then trying to, I guess, pull apart the layers of each other's family. But once you start paying attention to the adults, though, is when things start to shift. Because Mia is, I don't want to say controlling. She's not necessarily controlling, but you could tell she has some secrets. There's some secrets there that she doesn't want to be known. And it may be a reason why she's constantly on the go and on the move the way that she is. I somewhat remember what happened when I watched the show, but not really. So I'm reading it, and it's like I'm reading it from a new lens because things that I forgot about is slowly coming back. I can't really remember what transpired between Alina and Lizzie as to why Alina acts the way that she acts with her. But I'm interested to find out. Now, as for Mia and Pearl, I somewhat remember their storyline, but reading it is definitely refreshing, the parts that I forgot. I think Audible said I have about 4 hours left in the book. Let me see. 5 hours. It's 4 hours and 48 minutes. So I'm hoping to be done with this today, but y'all already know how that goes. I got a house full of rugrats. So I don't really know if I am going to complete this today or not, but we'll see. Fingers crossed that I do, because I really do want to be done with this so I can go ahead and get this edited and out to y'all. This was actually supposed to be out last week. Last week, Thursday. We're in a whole nother week, babes. Okay, girl, not too much. Not too much. It's not food. Anywho, hey y'all. I'm back. It's actually 9:51 p.m. So I am on chapter 18 currently. And I must say, I remember now why Alina irritated me so bad in this series, babe. Well, not series. I'm saying series because of the show. She has like this, I keep wanting to say God complex, but that's somewhat what is given, because it's like she just takes no accountability. She's one of those people that are so stuck in their ways, or they're so like follow the rules type shit. They don't realize that a lot of situations aren't just black and white. Like there's a lot of gray. Yeah, here, hold that. Yeah, there's a lot of gray areas in different situations. Like certain things are just, it's so situational, just depending on the person, depending on what they have going on, depending on their lifestyle, depending on their environment. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much that goes into the choices that people make. There's so much that goes into the person that people are. You know what I mean? And it's like she leaves no room for a gray area, right? She's like the epitome of perfection in her eyes. Everything around her has to be perfect. She's very type A. Is that right? Type A, like has to follow a complete plan. Everything has to go according to plan. She structured out her whole fucking life, for crying out loud, which honestly is tea. It's not a bad thing. Every single thing that she said she wanted to do in the order she wanted to do it happened exactly like that. So no shade, no tea. Kudos to her in regards to that. But life doesn't work that way for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like there's things that take place that is out of people's hands, or they handle it a certain way that you wouldn't necessarily handle it. It's everybody is different in so many different ways. And I feel like for her, she only sees things through one lens, and that's what limits her in this particular storyline. That's just the best way to put it. And I'm not gonna lie, Mia, the way Mia handled a particular situation, I can't say that it irritated me. It's just I really wouldn't know what I would do in a situation like that either, you know? And it's also a good way to show that people respond to things based off. Girl, you gotta poop? Oh, do you need some privacy? Do I need to cut the camera? As I was saying, people respond to things and do things based off of their own background and their own trauma, because the way that Mia responded to a particular situation is solely based off of her own trauma. The way that Alina is responding is just like girl, it's like I said, it's like a god complex. Like she has a savior complex that she feels like she has to save everybody, and she has to show up in whatever ways is beneficial to her based off of her own outlook on the situation. And it's just it's low-key annoying. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm about 7 minutes into chapter 18. I'm still reading and listening at the same time. I only have about an hour and 22 minutes left. So if she works with me, I will definitely be done with this book tonight. Ow. And I will double back tomorrow and give y'all my rating as well as my full thoughts. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. Say bye. Or not. She had so much to say before. Good morning, you guys. Happy sunrise. I finished Little Fires Everywhere last night. And I have so many thoughts, babes. I have so many thoughts. I will say this was a really, really, really good book. That much I will say. This was a really, really good book, and it allows you to see the different perspectives and all the different sides pertaining to motherhood and the outlook of motherhood and the hardships of motherhood, everything that comes with being a mother or having a child, or just the dynamics from how people perceive you or whatever have you, everything up under that umbrella, this book touches base on. I enjoyed Mia's relationship with Pearl. But I do also understand the outlook of Pearl too, having to be on the move all the time, having to uproot her life 24/7. She's only 15, you know what I'm saying? Like she's just now gotten to a space to where she is making a name for herself. She's making friends. She might have a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many things that she's never had the chance to experience due to her life always being uprooted in them being on the move. I guess it's very similar to being a military brat. I've never been a military brat, so I only know stories, but just having to constantly move all the time and restarting your life over all the time, you know what I'm saying? As a child, that can be, for a child, that can actually be a lot. So her finding comfort in the Richardsons and connecting with their family and connecting with the way that they live their lifestyle, something that she's never seen before, she's never gotten to experience. I can understand why she would somewhat compare her life to her counterparts, you know what I'm saying? And then with Mia just has so many secrets, you know what I'm saying, just so many secrets. And it's just very interesting to see how she handles different situations and how she handles her role as a mother and how she became a mother and all of those things. It's just very, very interesting. Now, as for Alina and her family, you could tell that they're very privileged. They're a very privileged family and they act as such, right? And it's just very interesting for them to look into Mia and Pearl's life and not understand how one would want to live that way, or how one does live that way, or how could one not want more than what they have? How could they just be comfortable with where they are in life? You know what I'm saying? And then also the judgment that comes with that. Because again, like I said in a previous clip, Alina is so black and white. Like there's no room for gray area in her life whatsoever. So just the way that she low-key judges everybody around her, even her daughter Lizzie, just because it's things that she doesn't necessarily agree with or doesn't align with or whatever. It's just a very interesting, complex story. To watch all of these secrets blow up in everybody's faces for different reasons, you know what I'm saying? And also how they're dealing with these secrets blowing up, how they handle these secrets, how they handle the mistreatment and everything like that. It's just, this is just such a complex book into the lives of women in motherhood. And I don't know. I'm just as speechless as I was watching the show for the first time, because having somebody capture that from all different angles is just very, very interesting, and it's very powerful. Now let's get into the real tea, because babes, there's just so much. Alina worked my nerve. She's just such a judgmental ass woman. Like she's so judgmental, and she's so focused on everybody else and what everybody else has going on that she's neglecting what's going on under her own roof. And I find that, I mean, is that, dare I say, shocking? Like that's usually what happens in different dynamics. You're so focused on the outside world that you ain't even paying attention to what's going on in your own house. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? And like I said, she just has this complex of where she feels like she's superior in a way, but is disguised as her having like this big heart. You know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe some readers might look into this book and feel like she does have a big heart, but she's just a complex character. That too may be true, just based on how your perspective goes during the reading. But for somebody like me, I feel like two things could be true at once. You understand what I'm saying? She could have a big heart, but at the same time, the things that she does for others is just for the benefit of herself. It's for the validation for herself. She wants people to praise her for doing something good for them. She wants people to pay her back for doing something good for them. If you're not doing good or showing up for the world solely because that's what's on your heart to do, then that's not genuine. You see what I'm saying? Like you're not doing these things out of the pureness of your heart. You doing these things to be able to reap some type of benefit in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And I think the way that she goes about certain things is just really fucked up. And then on top of that, you're digging into Mia's life for what? For what? You're the one that offered her this place to stay. You're the one that offered her to work for you. You're the one that showed up and put this idea of a lifestyle on a silver platter for her just to tear her down in the process. Like make it make sense. You're the one that's doing all of these things for her, putting this lifestyle on a silver platter for her just to throw it back in her face, just to find ways to tear her down, just to go into her background and try to figure out why your kids like her more. You see what I'm saying? It's so weird to me. My camera about to die. I think this was a beautiful book. It was a beautiful read. It was very, very complex, and it was very, some parts were just very difficult because you don't know. I think some people that could read this book, you would be in your head and be like, that's just flat out wrong. I would never do that. But then you read about stuff like this in the situations, and now it becomes a gray area. Do you still stand on never doing that if you were in that particular situation? You know what I mean? I did actually start not the movie. I started rewatching the show last night as well. I made it up to episode 3 before I ended up passing out. So I am probably going to finish that show before the weekend is out. I rated this a 4.5. I probably would have rated it a 5 if the chapters weren't so long, y'all. The chapters, I told y'all, one chapter is like an hour and some change. So if the chapters weren't so long, yeah, this may have been a 5-star for me. But because they were so long, it just took me a lot longer to get through this book than I would have liked. And I had to keep taking pauses to kind of give my brain a break, ADHD. So it is a 4.5 for me though. I really, really did enjoy it. I definitely recommend it. I feel like anybody that wants to go into motherhood, understand motherhood, or if you are a mother in general, should definitely get into Little Fires Everywhere. Should definitely get into it. I had a great time with this. Okay, y'all, that is all I have. That is my review for both of these books. I really do hope that y'all enjoyed this reading vlog. I know my reading vlogs have been really, really sporadic as of lately and kind of all over the place. They're definitely not like they used to be. And I do apologize for that, y'all. But I appreciate y'all being patient with me and understanding. I'm really just trying to get back into the regular things. And it's difficult, I'm still going through the changes physically and emotionally and mentally, and I'm still handling my own version of motherhood over here too, with 2 kids now, and also she's not a newborn anymore, but 4 months, you know what I'm saying? So I'm navigating this as best as I can. So I appreciate y'all for, continuing to be patient and for riding the wave and still supporting and all of those things. Either way, I really do hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I am going to try to do more reading vlogs in the future, or talk about more books in the future. Y'all know I am finally getting back into the swing of reading again since having my baby. So yeah, just continue to be patient with me. But yeah, this is all I got, y'all. I keep blinking. I don't know if y'all noticed. I keep blinking and looking off. I got an eyelash in my eye, and I have been trying to play that shit off. But baby, this shit bugging me. As soon as I get off this camera, I'm going to that mirror to see if I get this mug out. But anyway, I thank y'all. I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.
I'm putting no crushed ice on my soda.